Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Miami Dolphins.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
Here we go. Ken Lobo. Double time. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Zoom, fellas, let's go.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Here we go.
57's a Mike. 57's a Mike.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
Check 55. Come on.
You don't know no better. Hey, Charlie. Hey, go.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's go. 10-2 saw.
Here I come. Patrick.
80 weapon. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. On the ball.
2nd and 13. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 51 yards. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Protein spill. Ready?
Off the play fake. Herbert. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. picked up by Xavier Howard. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A nice pick up there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
And brings up third down.
Check 37. Check 37.
66. Bullet high.
Here we go.
Orbit. Stand go.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here's King. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down, Eckler. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
218, chop.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Charger.
Check out.
On first down, Herbert. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Throwing again on second and 10. Herbert. The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
That's over. Hey, hold it.
Throwing on third and long. Herbert trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Allen, the intended receiver. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you, you got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Check 31, check 31.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Topper, topper. Go, slam.
49, check 49, check 49. Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch.
Haywood.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
30 base, let's go. Trash, that's trash.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Double dog. That's the way. Check, 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 check.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And shedding through the tackle.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And they work this out past the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, G. Check 24, check 24.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. They'll have a first down past the 40. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Breida. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They run with Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Mike 57.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up. Yep, man up.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Scene 6. Shift, ready, go.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
The Charger drive about to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Herbert. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
On the set.
Right there in the middle. 55.
Go.
He's scared. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Shoot.
On first and 10, Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
At the Dolphins' 49.
Go. 90 Wolf.
Watch 30. I got tripped this side. I got tripped this side. We got 3. We got 3.
Never mind, 52. Right, 52.
Go.
Here's second and 8. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On third down, here's Eckler. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a first and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Flush to his right.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
36, 36.
Check 9, check 9.
57. Watch 57. All right, T, let's check. All right, T.
Switch. 25, check 25. Ready, go.
They're going to look to throw. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Charger drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing.
And this will be caught at the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Caught by Allen. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Back to throw. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Herbert. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Allen's got it complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Brings up second down at the 47-yard line.
Here we go, set. 10 Lobo.
55. Off the screen, off the screen.
Deep rip.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. He's got Allen. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Shift.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Back to throw. Herbert, he'll get this to Eckler. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
It's our time. It's our time. Keep it calm. 132 fight. Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Number 22.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Chris Harris.
Get him, boy.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Shoot. 61. Matchbox. Light. Let's go.
They run again with Breida. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. They're going to run the jet sweep on third down. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 3 plays, all resulting in 3-yard carries to bring up 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Kill.
I think probably just trying to draw him off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, break.
52's the mic. Come on. You better break. Bang, bang.
You draw courses. Smooth. Hard. Let go.
On on first down. Herbert. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Once more, here's Eckler. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Hey, stand on. Ready?
They'll run for it with Eckler. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Tennessee. And it's the Titans who have scored to grab the lead there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
I 7, let's go. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Protein spill. Check 50. Check 50. Go, go. He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey, hey, hey. Deuce, deuce. Deuce, deuce. Check.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
You got to lock it. You got to right there. Switch. Switch. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Delta.
Second and 2. Flushed out right. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 40. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Check 52. SOS. Check. Echo.
Back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. They'll drop to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Mike's 59. Let's go, baby. Get that ball. Get that ball. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Check off. Check, check, check. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Ready, go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
On game, punt. My 52. Hey, defense, go.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
10-2 stop.
50 bucks to Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Check, check.
Recon, 132 fighter. Shoot.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there. But let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Well, this is where they nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Eluding the pressure right. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 22. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Looking to throw. Herbert. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Check 99. Slam, slam, slam. Go. Yep. Mike, 57. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Ready, go.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
First and 10 at the 20-40.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
We got 3. Three down. Shit. Leo. Safety creep. Alert flare. Yep. 57 to Mike. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
At the 41-yard line.
Ready.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Come on.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll let this go for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Eric Rowe. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Wide, move. Wide, get wide. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Go.
They'll set up to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
57. Mike 57.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Scene 6. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. You're out. Hey, D-line. Now. Get in there, man. Watch twist.
2nd and 10. Pass incomplete.
The pass on 2nd down. Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Kill. Bang.
Alert 3. Check.
Exit.
Check.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Mike 57. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Buzz. Watch 57.
Go. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. All day.
57. Mike 57.
Touch track. This way, here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
On the
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Wild Bill.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
3rd and long.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Fair. But
Under 10. 10. Watch the ship. Hey.
Leo. Hit it.
Looking to throw. Herbert. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really be demoralizing.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. That's into the hands of Pascal. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Complete to Zach Pascal. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Go.
52.
Bravo.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Check 52 to Mike. Check 50.
Back to throw. Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.